And welcome to the Kelseyville United Methodist Church. On the 19th of March, I am dressed in remembrance of St. Patrick's life. Even though I'm wearing a Picasso jacket, it's the green that you're supposed to look at. This is Women's History Month, and it's also the third Sunday in Lent. So if you'll notice up here on your order of service, as well as on the, I'm using different symbols that represent the parts of Lent. And over this 40 days that Christ was in the wilderness, he prayed, he fasted, and he gave of himself. Giving of our hearts is giving of ourselves, as well as giving of our blessings. To share those with all around will make this world a place that everyone wants to live in, rather than only for a select few. One of the things that Christ did was to offer us a way to look at everyone and honor everyone, because in this world there are people who feel disconnected or unaccepted, and for them they don't feel appreciated or honored. And Christ appreciated and honored everyone and wants us to live in that same way. So during this third week of Lent, maybe you can think in terms of what you would like to pray for, whether it's for your family, for our community, or our world. Think in terms of fasting. Fasting is to deny yourself of something that you want or feel as though you need, so that you can understand the struggles that others go through. Because many times we think, oh, I wish I had this, or if I only had that. But in truth, we have so much already. We truly, truly do. So to deny some of our things, like for me, this Lent, I am not having dairy. I'm eliminating dairy, and I've limited the amount of meat that I'm eating, and I'm trying to limit myself online. For those of you who are on Facebook, you know I'm there often, posting on a number of different sites, whether it's our church site, whether it's my site, or the Historical Society, or the Kelseyville Business Association. I just have too much fun. So I'm trying to limit the amount of time I am having fun, and say, how can I interact more directly with people? And then to give. Giving of ourselves during this time of Lent is incredibly important, because understanding that before Christ began his ministry, he went through this 40 days of knowing who he was, and then not yielding to the temptations that the devil offered him. So again, this is the third Sunday in Lent, and on the back of your order of service, you have the events that are happening here in Kelseyville, as well as with our church. We have the calendar, the Methodist calendar for March and April is there. And then you have some motivational things on the bottom. The one on the left is, love is what we are born with. Fear is what we learn. And then the next one is, there is always something to be thankful for. So if we can meditate on those this week as part of our prayer time, and as part of where we want to be as children of God, and how we want to go on this journey, life can be a good thing. So are there other items that we want to announce? Any other events that are not listed in terms of our announcements? Last week we had a number of Girl Scouts here, and we talked about the liturgical year, and we are doing purple for Lent, And then when it comes to Eastertide, and believe it or not, Easter is not just one Sunday, it's a series of Sundays between the time that Christ rose and Christ ascended. So Easter keeps going, not just the one Easter Sunday. Then we have Easter, then we'll go into Pentecost, and on and on and on. But there is something happening here in our church that I'm not certain how many of you have seen this. Have you seen this little, these letters anywhere? Does anyone know what those letters stand for? Well, some people say in his service, but Chuck Knows Church is going to give us the real answer. Okay, so we're going to have some Chuck Knows Church this morning, and also know that, you know, you may think that Jesus, when we read the Bible, grew up speaking English, but he did not. And you may think that what we know as who Jesus was is who he is, and he may not be. So here's Chuck Knows Church.
IHS. Have you seen this before? Maybe in art or on crosses like this? In and around your church, maybe? Exactly what does it mean? Looks like an IHS. Maybe it means, I'm hungry, Steve. Or, it's hat season. Or, I have scurvy. Probably not that one, I guess. Something tells me we may have to look a little deeper to figure out what this IHS actually means on this episode of Chuck Knows Church. We're taking a look at these letters here on the cross. IHS. Or is it IHS? Upon further review, it turns out these refer to the Greek letters iota, eta, sigma. So what are they doing on the cross? Well, a good detective, or when one is not found, I will probably tell you it has something to do with Christianity, because we're in a church. Or perhaps could it be Jesus? Iota, eta, sigma. Iota, eta, sigma. It does not ring any bells. Unless we were spelling something in Greek. How about the word Christian? Nope, too many letters. Jesus, maybe? Well, still too many letters, but you know what, for the sake of argument, let's just spell Jesus in Greek. By George, I think we've got something. Iota, eta, sigma. The Greek letters iota, eta, sigma represented here. The I for iota, or the eta that looks like the H, and then the Greek letter sigma that is represented by this SE looking thing. IHS, or sometimes referred to in Latin as Jesus hominum salvator, which means Jesus, the Savior of humankind. Now, some refer to this IHS as a Christogram or monogram from the Latin phrase Christi monogramma, which combines letters and abbreviation for someone's name. And in this case, it's a Christogram for, you guessed it, Christ. So now, when you see the IHS, you'll know it's the first three letters in the Greek word for Jesus. Iota, eta, sigma. It's elementary, my dear Chucksters. If you would like to learn more, please do ask your pastor. Tell them Chuck has sent you. Charles, if you please. Don't call me. Chuck is fine. Don't call me Charles.
So in addition to Jesus, I agree with Marty that we can use the IHS in his service.
and friends all gathered round, there's something I would say, that what brings us together here has blessed us all today. 'Cause love has made a circle that holds us all inside, where strangers are as family and loneliness can't hide. You must give yourself to love if love is what you're after. Open up your heart to the tears and laughter and give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. I've walked these mountains in the rain. I've learned to love the wind. I've been up before the sunrise just to watch the day begin. I always knew I'd find you, though I never did know how. But like sunshine on a cloudy day, you stand before me now. You must give yourself to love if love is what you're after. Open up your heart to the tears and laughter and give yourself to love. And give yourself to love.